Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to our conference. As you know, this conference is meant to mark the Pardo's joining the team of the Institute. Tamir is right here. So you are the chair of the conference, not the chair of the Knesset. And we are really happy that you joined us. And I must say that we had some conversations with Tamir, and it was very clear that the topic that we chose was the right topic for this person. And the topic is not about using force, but examining the limitations. How should we and how can we balance between interests, which are of course essential, and moral considerations? Some may say that they're just luxury, and some may say that they are essential. But the question is whether it's possible to balance between interests and moral considerations when it comes to Israel foreign policy. Tamir's life, being in charge of the Mossad, the head of the Mossad for a very long time, and it meant that he was in this place where these questions were asked. It wasn't just a mere academic discussion, but what should we do next when on our table we need to make a decision, a very specific decision, and we can speak about it very peacefully, but when it comes to decision makers, they have to make decisions urgently. So what I just said can be said about any other country. What's special about Israel, this is the nation state of the Jewish people, and the question is whether this fact actually affect the balance between interests and the values, whether the fact that we're not just in just one normal country, but a Jewish country, should it affect the considerations we need to consider? The establishment of Israel, we brought Jewish people into history, not just individuals and families, but also as a political unit, as a group that functions for the sake of national objectives. We almost forgot about it, but now it's part of our lives. And the question is whether we have to think about questions related to a nation state only with regards to state and religion and minorities, or maybe the question of our identity as a state which is not only democratic but also Jewish, and what do we do with our abilities at the geopolitical level? And we will try to answer these questions during the conference. Specifically, we chose the title Ukraine as a case study because this example is just an example of this tension, but this is just an example, and the question is way broader than that, as we will see later. So thank you very much for coming. Congratulations, Tamir. We are very proud. And I'd like to give the floor to the boss, and the boss is the Jewish Agency. We are part of the Jewish Agency, and Amira is the CEO of the Jewish Agency, and she has been thinking about this past question ever since war broke in Europe, and she is trying to help the refugees, and the Jewish Agency has been doing wonderful things, and the Israeli government has been doing wonderful things for the refugees. And beyond that, we actually resume collaboration between Jews from around the world for humanistic objectives. So let's hear from Amira.